The ducks are swimming in the water. Alder, 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 alder. All the ducks are swimming in the water. Alder, 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 alder. All the ducks are swimming in the water. Alder, 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 alder.
Hello and welcome back. I know, I make promises. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to be back doing all this kind of stuff, you know. Whee. But yeah, life doesn't always work like that. And unfortunately, I've had an awful lot going on in the real world that's kind of stopped me from doing stuff. But I'm back and I'm still breathing away at, you guessed it, Spanish Civil War. These guys are Foreign Legion. I will stick up some pics of stuff that I've finished so you can see what I've been working on. Basically working on two forces using the Airbo miniature stuff, which, you know, I've waxed lyrical about them so much in the reviews that I've done, but they really are lovely figures to paint. They're 3D printed resin. Not always the easiest substance to work with, but Geordie, who runs the company, now has a more flexible resin, which is a bit more forgiving, although some of my bayonets do look a bit bendy on my Spanish Foreign Legion guys. But hey, it's something I'm willing to live with to make sure that, you know, I get figures that don't break as soon as you touch them, because they are fragile, you know, and heavy-handed gamers, they don't always respect your figures, do they? I know, it's a constant bane at the club I go to at New Buckingham, where gamers game and they pick up people's figures, and a lot of guys use plastic, especially Napoleonics, and there's always no end of broken bayonets and guns that have snapped off, so it's really frustrating having to constantly repair them. So it's good to see this resin's a little bit more flexible. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent as usual. I really desperately wanted to film action on the desk, me actually painting some stuff, but it's really quite difficult to figure out how to work the camera angles out. Look at all the YouTube videos on here of people that are doing their painting, you know, look at this, I'm brilliant at painting, it's right close up and you get all the like, yeah, I haven't quite figured it out yet, whether or not I'm going to have to try and mount a camera on some kind of tripod so it sort of sits over my shoulder here, so while I'm here like, painting away, I should really sort of show you let's have a look at the desk and you can see what I'm talking about. Let's just do that quickly and then we'll go back to this again, okay? This is scary, wobbly handheld stuff now. Sorry for the extreme close-up. But anyway, this is the desk, as you can see. And it is a case of trying to work it so I've got something that I can then work close to the camera. I'm going to have to adjust my lighting because lighting is a big thing and I don't have an awful lot of space in the pit that I'm working in. I won't show you this because it's disgusting. It really is quite disgusting. Get your hand out of the way, Nige. But what I want to be able to do is have something, you know, that close to the camera. I mean, obviously this is just my camcorder I'm using, so the focus isn't great. I do actually have a decent SLR camera that I can do video on that'll actually get better close-up shots. But so you can actually see what I'm working on. I'll change the background as well, but it's really quite difficult. At the moment I'm sitting here holding this in my hand and it's just sort of over my shoulder. Sorry for all this chopping and changing. So the camera was about here looking down, so I'm going to have to rig up possibly a tripod with the SLR on it like this. And then I've got to try and work out how to sort of rig it all up. Look at that lovely light. This, oh yeah, this. I got a new toy, look. Can you see that? Oh, it's an R3 lamp. It's really good. It's a Redgrass Games one. Yeah, it makes a bit of a difference to my rather dim desk, although the lighting's not great in here today because it really is grey and miserable here in Norfolk today, so yes, that's why it's a bit overcast and grey in my room. I'm waffling, aren't I? This is fantastic. I'm doing this all in one take. It's insane. People are going to sit and watch this shit and think, Nige, what are you talking about? The usual bollocks. Talking about the usual bollocks, T26 tank. The bane of my life. T26. Why can nobody get a T26 tank right? I've got a collection of T26 tanks that I had printed in 1/48 scale, because that's the scale I'm using, because these boys are a little bit bigger and a bit more heroically scaled, let's say that. So there you go, 2 T26 tanks. They're roughly about the same size. This one's an awful lot. Put them down there nice so people can see. This one's a lot wider than this one. They're both supposed to be the same scale, but hey, we're used to that, aren't we? One thing I've noticed with 3D printed stuff is figures, okay, vehicles, they all get the lines on them, layer lines. And they're a pain in the ass. You can't clean them up. You can clean them up, but if you do clean them up, you're going to have to sand the vehicle down, which means you're going to sand off the details, so then you're going to have to re-detail it. And they just cannot get bits of it right. I'm going to take a series of photos now and show you what I'm talking about, and then do a little voiceover over the top of it so you know what I'm talking about. This is the back section of T26 tank, and as you can see, all the hatches and everything on here, they're flush. They're actually fitted into the hull of the vehicle. On all the the 3D printed, on all the 3D printed stuff I've had, they all stand proud. They haven't managed to get them flush, and it's so frustrating. I know most of you don't give a damn, and you're going to say, what's the matter with your nine? It's only a model, it's a gaming model. But when your figures are as good as the ones that I'm using, you want some vehicles that are just as good as the figures. And I'm afraid they're not. They're just not good enough, you know. They lack detail. You know, it's the simplest little things. Again, back to the images. The mudguards on the back of this one have no detail, you know. But on the actual tank itself, there's like extra little bits on there. This one came printed, I mean, I think it's down to me ordering the wrong thing, but this one came printed without any Pioneer tools on it. Fair enough. You know, I think there was a version. I actually bought the STL in the end to have a look and see, you know, if there was any Pioneer tools on it. And there is another version of it that has got the Pioneer tools on, so it's my fault, perhaps not for ordering the right one. You know, the hatches aren't open on the turrets. It's frustrating because it means more work for me. So I've decided, therefore, that I'm going to scratch build my own hull and turret, because then I can get what I want. And I'm going to use the pre-printed tracks, or the 3D printed tracks off one of these models to do the track sections, because that'll save me trying to build them. And the track sections are okay if I get someone with a decent printer to print it, because the ones that I got, oh well, you know, it looks like someone's set fire to the tracks and they've melted. You do find this with printed stuff, the quality isn't always brilliant. You know, you order off of Etsy and hope, and then it comes through and you think, yeah, that was a waste of money. The Chinese one that I got, this orangey coloured thing, that's actually quite good. The print on that is half decent, although I have two of those, and one of them, the track sections are completely mank, and I've asked the Chinese to send me replacements and they haven't. Lesson learned, and I'm not ordering from them again. It's fucking annoying. To coin a phrase, really does your fucking head in. It's simple. I can do it, you know. Yeah, okay, I was a model maker, I can make models, I'm not too bad at it. I've built masters in the past for my own company and for other companies as well, and yeah, okay, they ain't going to win any prizes in a modelling competition, but they're good enough, and I do manage to cram the detail on, and I'm quite good at that. Why can't these guys do it? I've ordered some CV333 tankettes from a company called Model 3D International. They look incredible, absolutely amazing. This guy, I mean, they are built for model makers, and I think this is where I'm going to have to go, because the wargaming ones just they're not up to standard. You know, I'm really, really sorry, but they're not up to standard. If you guys, most gamers aren't going to give a damn, you know, and I appreciate that. It's just me. I'm sad, and I have to have everything right. The anal model maker in me. Yes. I managed to find a Panzer 1 that's quite nice. Unfortunately, it is missing stuff as well, but it's enough for me to think I can get away with that, because the model itself is so good. But, oh God, yeah. But anyway, enough waffle from me. I've been very, very busy. Where's my books? I've been very, very busy researching. I lost this book. I bought this ages and ages ago, and I'm like hunting, and where's it gone? I can't find it. What have I done with it? It was actually shoved in the corner of my bookcase, and I just thought, what's that in there? Oh, bloody great. Because I went and bought it on I can't remember the name of the thing. Kindle. That's it. Bought it as an ebook so I could actually, because obviously illustrations more than anything else, because it works in conjunction with the Osprey book. It's really quite good, but it just give you a little bit more scope for sort of deciding what colours you're going to paint your international brigade, because yeah, they're random and varied. And I've lost a bit. Honestly, it's such a shambles in here. Here it is. I've worked out exactly what I need to get with regards to the two forces. Yeah, it's scary. Using this, because the rules I'm going to use will be chain of command. Although I might have a look at bolt action. I've played bolt action before years ago, so I might have a look at bolt action, see if they work, because basically the figures are based on single basis, so I can use them for either. But I've worked out the two forces there, so I know exactly what I'm working towards, and I'm just sort of knocking them off a section at a time. And hopefully I can also chuck some videos of me actually doing some stuff on as well, which would be quite nice, wouldn't it? But in the meantime, that's it. Just a quick and very short update from me, and I will be back with some more stuff very, very soon. Oh, another thing I forgot, I've been making my own grass tufts as well. It's very exciting, isn't it? Yeah. I've got all sorts of things I can talk to you about. Making your own grass tufts, paint brushes, and which ones, yeah, because I bought some different paint brushes rather than selling a kidney to buy some Winsor & Newton ones, and yeah, they're okay. They're not as good as the Winsor & Newton ones, but they pass muster, and I've been painting with them and getting some good results, so yeah, there we go. That's enough waffle from me for now. I just thought I'd do a quick update on here to let you know what I'm up to. And yeah, see you again very soon. Bye.